Hi, I'm Terry Brock with TerryBrock.com reporting for Business Journals, and this time you're going to get a chance to see a very exciting and very practical application. It's called LoseIt, L-O-S-E-I-T. LoseIt. I get a chance to talk with Charles Teague. He is the president and founder of this app company that makes an app for you to track the food that you're eating, how you're doing it, and how it's helping you. You're able to expend the calories in a fun way and then show what foods you eat and how many calories that's putting on. Also, they combine a beautiful thing with the community. So you're not doing this alone. You can work with other people by using the app, and people all over the world. I really like that. And one of the things you're going to particularly enjoy on this is we used a technology called Zoom that gives the ability to show what's on the phone over on the screen. So you're going to get a chance to see the actual app as we do this. So get your note-taking device of choice ready to go, pen and paper, whatever you want, and watch this interview on how you can affect really important weight loss in a healthy, medically sound way as I talk with Charles Teague of LoseIt. You know, if you ask people about their weight loss goals, it's something you hear a lot about, and people have good intentions, but sometimes you need an extra helping hand. And a good way to get a hand right now is with some apps that are available. I found one that I want to talk with you about, and matter of fact, even more than that, we're going to show you what it can do. The app is called LoseIt. That's the company. And also we have joining us today, the president of LoseIt, joining us from their offices up in Boston, Massachusetts, Charles Teague. Charles, thanks for being with us today.
Thanks so much for having me, Terry. I'm excited to chat with you.
Well, it is good to have you here. And I'm just now getting your app and starting to use it, doing some things with it. And I'm really excited about it. But I want to hear from you, and for those that are watching that haven't heard of it before, what is LoseIt and how does it differ from some other apps that are on the market?
So great question. Great place to start. LoseIt's an app that helps people lose weight. And the way we focus on doing that is by taking what we think are the most clinically proven ways to successfully lose weight and make them really fun and friendly for users. And so it turns out that for most people, and most scientific evidence points to the fact that being more mindful about what you eat, paying attention to what you eat, and then combining that with an increase in a little bit of activity and exercise is really the best way to lose weight. And it's common sense, but it actually can be a lot easier than you think. And so with LoseIt, you start up by answering just a few simple questions: your height, your weight, your age, your gender, and you give us a weight goal. And from there, we'll set a budget for you every day. And so we'll help you start to see, here's about how much I should be eating each day. And even better, we'll start to help you track your exercise as well. And so you can start to understand the relationship between your eating and your exercise. And really, if you just stay on that budget every day, you start to lose weight. And so it's a pretty simple process. It's pretty bulletproof. It works great. And like I said, it's easier than I think people think it is.
Yeah, just from what I've seen so far, it looks very good, and I like it. Matter of fact, what I want to do is we can talk about some of the features, but due to the wonders of technology, we're going to be able to share this on the screen. At least that's the theory. And so what I'm going to do here is share my screen. We're going to go through and put this on here. I'm going to click a couple of buttons, and then I can get things rolling here on my end, make sure that it's working just right, and I'm tapping the right things, and then we should see on here. There we go. And there it is. All right. And so now I've got LoseIt on the screen. And can you see that on your screen, what we have here?
I can. It looks great.
Excellent. Well, now we can, as I tap over here on the My Day, there's one that's got some features, got some nice information there. I tap here on this clipboard. I can see kind of what I've done with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Right now, 0, because Terry hasn't done much with that yet. But we're coming over here, earn this, and you can see there's different tabs that we can type. And the thing I really like about LoseIt, it's not only grabbing the information correctly, showing you your calories, what you've burned, and how you're doing, but because it's built in here, there's a motivation to it.
Yeah.
And that's really important in weight loss. So Charles, we're on here right now. Anything in particular you want to show me, or that we could tap on here so that we can show the folks that are watching what LoseIt is like?
Yeah, well, let's start with the basics, right? So if you head over to My Day, what My Day is all about is just trying to communicate to you sort of where you're at today. And so it's giving you a sense, okay, how many calories do I have left today? And so if you hit the plus button in the top right.
Up here?
Yep, hit that button up there.
Okay.
This is going to let you say, okay, let's imagine I had some breakfast. And so let's pick breakfast, and we're going to say what we had for breakfast. So if you choose breakfast.
Tap on breakfast. There we go.
Now, what you see right away is Lose It's going to give you a lot of different ways to find foods. We have a database of millions of foods, and we have lots of different ways to help you find them. And that's because the process of trying to keep track of what you eat can be a little bit tedious, but Lose It makes it a lot better. And you can see right away two great things that we're doing for you. So one is, if you had something that had a barcode on it, you can hit scan a food item.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That is very nice.
Yeah, if you scan the barcode, we will find the food immediately. We will have all the complete nutrition information for it, and it's incredibly simple. But I think the other thing you can see we're doing is we're actually looking at what you've had in the past and making some suggestions right here. And so I think for you, Terry, it looks like at some point you've had an egg for breakfast.
That's exactly right. I usually have some eggs for breakfast, so I put that in there.
And so you can see we've already recognized, well, you know what, Terry, you have eggs a lot, and so let's not even make you search. Let's just suggest that. Now, even better, this same screen will also use your location. And so if you were sitting in a Panera Bread right now, we would actually know you were sitting in a Panera Bread, and below your common choices, you would see, are you at this restaurant, Panera Bread? And
nice.
So we're doing a lot of work to try to be smart here. And so if you just tap eggs, for example, if you tap that.
Okay, tap the eggs. Here we go.
So we'll say, okay, you've had 2 eggs for breakfast or 1 egg for breakfast. All you have to do is tap the ad in the top right now.
Okay, I'm tapping add. There we go.
And you can see I've logged my egg for breakfast.
Ah,
So
okay. What if I just made a mistake? I go, oh, I didn't have 1, I had 2 eggs. How would I go back and correct that?
So if you just tap on eggs again right here,
Tap on eggs there.
you can just change it to 2.
And change it to 2. I'm just rolling up here on the screen itself. Or if I have, actually, I had 4 eggs this morning, so I did it that way. I do it kind of a different way. I watched Rocky. You know how Rocky would stir up the eggs and drink them. So I'm doing that now. I know it's weird, but I like that.
Are you seriously eating raw eggs for breakfast?
I do. I just stir it up there, and drink the raw eggs, and it works really well. People look at me and go, weird. I just got back from a trip to Australia, and people said, that's you Americans are weird. I go, I know, but not everybody does it that way.
Yeah. Very efficient breakfast. Great way to get 4 eggs down. Great source of protein.
Yep. And then do I tap save after that?
We're giving you a full nutritional breakdown. So not only did you have a 280 calorie breakfast, which isn't really that big a breakfast for someone like yourself, but you got a great deal of protein out of it, which is great. So 24 grams of protein, which is a great breakfast for you, actually.
Yeah, I see it right down here. There's the 24 grams of protein.
Yep. So, I mean, it really is a good breakfast, very efficient to just drink it. If you hit save in the top right, then we'll save.
So right up here, I'm going to tap save. There we go. And now it's saved. Yes, and that 280 just flows over here to show me, okay, we got that. And I had 4 of those eggs.
Exactly. And so if you look back at my day now, what you're going to see is we'll have recorded recorded the food, and your My Day screen will show you your remaining calories for the day. And so in this case, we'll have deducted 280 calories from your budget, and you'll know I've got about, let's call it 1,900 calories left to eat today.
Yeah, I see. There it is up in green there, 1933.
Yep.
So
this is the basics of it. But now let's imagine you also got a quick run in at the gym today.
Yeah.
And so if you go just down to the bottom of the screen where it says exercise.
Yeah, down on the bottom of the screen. Let's see.
That's sort of in the middle of the screen. It says exercise.
Oh, yeah, in the middle. Okay. So I'm going to tap on that.
A little plus button over to the right there.
Oh, okay. Type the plus.
And then you hit exercise.
Then tap on exercise here, and it's on the second row down right here in the middle.
Exactly.
There we go.
So now Lose It also has a database of hundreds of exercises and intensities. And so it's really easy to find just about any form of exercise that you may have done inside of our database of exercises. But it's also really easy to do things like connect other apps or devices. And so if you used Runkeeper or Map My Run or Nike Plus when you went for a run today, well, that would show up automatically in Lose It. You wouldn't even have to do anything. Or if you were wearing a Fitbit or another kind of device that tracked your activity, all that would show up automatically.
So the Fitbit or the Apple Watch, that would work?
Apple Watch works exactly the same exact thing, works perfectly with us.
Okay. So I would just tap here, for instance, if I wanted to say I was running, let's see, I'm going to tap in there. I think I do that. And then I would type RU, or better yet, let me tap my microphone. You'll see there's the microphone down here. We discovered this the other day, and it should work. We'll try it. Running. And there it is. It popped in there quickly like that. When Whitney was showing me this, she didn't know that it would do that, but it does even easier. Did you know that it would do that, Charles?
You know what? I knew that existed, and I hoped that it would work.
Well, it is working. See, it's incredible. So now, so folks watching this, think about it. You're going to be able to talk in what you did like running, or it's easier to say spinach than to type all the letters for spinach. And so
Sure.
you'll be able to do that when you're working with it. So now
Absolutely.
I've got running in there. What do I do next?
So if you just tap on running now,
Tap on running. Okay.
this is going to let you choose basically your duration, your intensity, your speed, and how long you ran.
Okay. What if I don't know the speed, or I did kind of jogging where I jog and I run, the interval training that they call it.
Yep.
You know, I'll run really fast sprinting, and then I'll walk or do kind of a slow jog and then sprint again. And so
Yep.
how would I put that together and make that happen? Oh, and we're getting a call here. I'm going to decline right now. And this is one thing when we're sharing the screen and my phone has a call come in, we're going to do that. I'm just declining it for now.
So I think there's two things you could do. So one is, I think the simplest thing to do is to just estimate. So just take your best guess. You sort of know, I ran for 30 minutes. I ran about 3 miles. Okay, that's about a 10-minute mile.
Yeah.
So however, sort of averaged out to about 10-minute
So I'll
mile.
put in here about 10 minutes, 10 miles per hour, something like that.
That's a fast mile. That's a 6-minute
Oh, that
mile.
would
If
be,
you
yeah,
actually go
so
up
you're
to
right.
6 miles an hour, there you go.
There we are. Yeah, I was trying to think, okay, yeah, I ran 10 miles an hour. Yeah,
You-
all the time.
You're a better runner than me.
There we are. I'm going to close this out there. There we go. By the way, those of you that are watching this, see, we're just doing this reel. The reel, when I get an actual call come through when we're recording, you see it's on there on the screen. We can, okay, we got that. And then let's see, do I tap on add exercise?
Yep, just tap that in the top left. You go
Okay,
back.
there we
And so
go.
now we've adjusted, and you can see running 30 minutes at that pace, you'll burn about 346 calories.
Okay,
And so if you just hit the add button now,
clicking add. There we go.
oops, you know what? It looks like, I don't know if you can tell, but this actually became a planned exercise. We bumped the icon. So can you just click right on the little clock right there.
Oh, tap on the clock.
There you go, perfect. So now basically what we've done is we've logged running, and you can see now it's actually said you burned 346 calories running. And what's great about that is, because we're just trying to keep you on a budget, when you go for a run, you actually get some calories back. And so what you just did is you burned off your breakfast, and your budget, where you're under up in the top right there, is back up to around 2,200 calories.
Yeah, I see this. So you see, those of you watching this, notice there my budget is 2213. That's what I'm allowed, but already I'm here at 2279. See, so I'm under that, and I did a little bit better.
Now, what is really a thing that happens a lot with people who just start using Lose It for the very first time, in your case, you had just a 4-egg breakfast, and especially since you drank them and you didn't cook them, you just only had 280 calories. That's an exceptionally small breakfast.
Yeah, I actually had a couple apples as well.
So also good choices. For folks that have done something like stopped at a convenience store and grabbed a pack of Oreos and eaten those Oreos, a lot of the time what they'll see is they'll go, I had 6 Oreos, and that was about 350 calories. And then I went for a run for 3 miles for 30 minutes, and that was a little bit less than 350 calories. And it helps them start to see, boy, that run was a lot harder than I enjoyed. It'd be much, much worse than eating the Oreos was good. Like, I would much rather just not eat the Oreos than have to exercise for half an hour at that intensity to try to burn those things off.
Yeah, Charles, I really appreciate you saying that, because that gets to the heart of the matter, that it's a way to measure, is it worth the running for 10 minutes or the 30-minute run and those 6 Oreos that might have tasted real good? Maybe I should change that and get something that's not going to have as many calories. So it's a wonderful way to gently and accurately tell you what you should and shouldn't be doing, but really the choice is up to you. You might say, hey, I love Oreo cookies that much. I'm going to continue eating them. I'll just run. Hey, if I have to run a little more, I'll run more so I can have even more of them. It's up to the individual.
So that's exactly our view. And I mean, I think the simplest way I can think about it is, like, imagine, you're going to go shopping at a store. And the only problem is, I'm going to tell you, you need to go buy a cell phone. I will not tell you how expensive the cell phone is, and I will not tell you how much money you have. And now, I expect you to be a good consumer. And the question is, do you think someone would make a good choice in that situation? You have no idea what the different phones cost. You have no idea, how much money you have. It's almost certain that you're going to make a bad decision. That's sort of how we eat today. We have a very little idea what it costs us to eat something, and we have very little idea how many calories we have each day to spend. And so of course we're terrible consumers. And so part of what Lose It is designed to do is to just help you see both of those things. Here's about what you could spend each day, and here's about what each of the things you do costs or is worth.
Yeah, I like it very much. That is very good. Well, I'm going to stop our screen share here for a moment and then come back to there we are on screen with both of us, and we can see it, but just get a chance to see that. Those of you that are watching this is a marvelous little application, very practical, and even though I don't know if you have you say it in your literature that the motivation is built in, but for me, it looks like that motivation is built in there, and I think it's great. Charles, before we let you go, anything else you want to say about Lose It and how people can use it and the kind of results you're seeing from customers that you already have?
So we've had incredible results. And so Lose It's been available here in the United States and Canada for a while. We've helped people lose about 45 million pounds since we started. And
That
so
is
our
a lot
ambition,
of weight to lose.
a lot of weight. Yeah, it's a lot of weight. And that was our ambition when we started Lose It, was to really make the world better by helping people change their weight. It's thrilling that we've been able to help so many people. And so I hope people will check out Lose It. Lose It is available at LoseIt.com, or you can go to obviously iTunes or the Android Google Play App Store, download it right there. Lose It's free to get started with. So just, no reason not to take it for a spin if you think it looks interesting.
Sounds good. And for those that might be listening to this that do not have English as their primary language, please spell that out for us very carefully so they can find it.
So it is LoseIt.com.
Very good. All right. Well, Charles Teague, thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for the work you're doing and for your people that are doing a great job in helping people in some practical ways. And for those of you watching, thank you for joining us. I'm Terry Brock with terrybrock.com and Business Journals. Thank you, and we'll look forward to seeing you a little bit later.